Hey, Tracy here. Welcome back to my channel and another Kendra's Card Challenge video featuring Kraftin Kimmie, our super sponsor. Let's go ahead and get started. So welcome again to another Kendra's Card Challenge 15, where you make 15 cards with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper and submit them to Kendra's Facebook group for chances to win prizes from our super sponsor. The challenge runs July 1st through September 30th of 2024, and here are all of our super sponsors for Kendra's Card Challenge. Today I'm featuring Kraftin Kimmie, and we'll be working today on sketch number 8. So let's, without further ado, get going here. All right, so here's the stamp set that was sent to me. Isn't this just stinking adorable? Oh my goodness. And I will have everything linked in the description box below. And then she sent me this stencil. So I'm going to be working today with sketch number 8. And we're going to be doing quite a few things to this card. So we're going to start out with some stenciling. And what I need to do first is I need some paper that is nighttime colored. So I'm using a couple of my Lavinia inks here to create a very dark atmospheric background. And I'm not looking for perfect blending. If I were, I would have used different paper, but I'm looking for kind of, I don't know, like cloudy. So you see me here going in with some white now to just kind of create that little nighttime atmosphere. And then I'm going to lay down my stencil, and I'm going to use my Astro Paste to fill in the stencil. So this is a hop. So if you are hopping along, make sure you enter to win a prize from Kendra. Everything you need to know about entering is listed down below. Now I'm going to be cutting the pieces that I need for the card, and I am going to follow pretty much the sketch. I've got this little moon mask, and I've got some paper that I just did a direct paper, ink to paper technique so that I can get my other flag, because I want everything to kind of coordinate here. So I'm just going to cut that down to 3/4 of an inch and then make my flag. And I'm not very good at making flags. I have to be honest with you. Even if I draw a straight line down the middle, I still can't get that doggone thing centered. But that's okay. It's not that important that they're perfect. If you want them to be, you can work harder. But they're, good enough is good enough for me. So here I've got my piece of paper, and I'm going to go ahead and create my little flag. And I'm just going to snip down the center, what it looks like the center to me, and I'm strictly eyeballing, and then cut up both sides. And that's that. We've got all of our papers except for our circle cut and ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and stencil this, and I'm just going to use a little bit of a darker yellow to stencil in, and then I'll cut the circle out that we need. Okay, and so now we have our little moon stencil, and I've gone around the edges to kind of darken it down. And I'm going to utilize that the rest of that piece of paper. And still kind of waiting on my stars to dry. I'm going to stamp this little owl with a little book, because it's going to fit perfectly across my moon. And I've gone ahead and stamped him, and going to go ahead and color him out. And I do have my coloring sped up, obviously, because coloring takes a long time. So, as I mentioned before, this is a hop, and so I hope that you will visit all the hoppers. There is a link down below to the playlist, and all you have to do is click that link and then just hit play all and sit back and relax. I hope that you'll take the time to leave everyone a thumbs up and leave a comment. It's always very helpful to our channels when you do so. And I'm coloring this owl just in some kind of tan shades and using my Ohuhu markers. So typically I'll fill in with a light color, but honestly I don't have a specific formula I follow. I just do what I'm doing. That's that. Sorry about that. Still kind of learning. So, and I'll get him colored, and I will actually fussy cut this out because I don't have a coordinating die. I don't know if there are coordinating dies or not, but it's an easy image to cut out, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll go ahead and add some shading into the wings with kind of a mid-tone brown. I'm going to come in with a darker brown and add some more shading. But again, it's pretty simple coloring. I'm not looking for perfect. I'm never looking for perfect. Well, I'm always looking for perfect, but I never get perfect, so I'm always okay with it if it's not. How's that? All right, so I've done the inside of the card. I've glued that down to a blue card base. I've done the inside, so I'm going to go ahead and assemble this card now. So Kraftin Kimmie is based out of Canada, and but she has super fast shipping and always great deals, so keep an eye out on her website. I'm going to go ahead and pop up my flags here. I'm just going to lay something flat so that moon has a chance to dry, because it is laying on top of Astro paste. I'm going to go ahead and use that little tip there. And I want to pop these up some because my moon has sort of popped up because it's sitting on the Astro paste. And that's going to just help everything kind of sit nice and even. So go ahead and peel the backers off these. And of course struggle with them, because that's me and my struggle bus. Short nails. That's okay though. And I do like to add some extra glue for added stickiness, because again, we're sticking on a glittery substance. And so it is, you know, I want it to stay. And here's the little flag that I colored, because I wanted everything to coordinate nicely with this little adorable owl. So we'll go ahead and get that one stuck down. And more struggle bus. This is a lower profile tape, foam tape. So sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to kind of get your fingers in and grab that edge. But I do love the low profile, because it, you know, you've got lots of options on how to pop things up on your cards. And then I've got the sentiment that I've already pre-done. And it's on the other side of this, obviously. And I did the sentiment on yellow paper with the blue ink and embossing powder, and then use that other paper left over that I had swiped, and I'll put this little flag here, and all we have left to do is put our little owl on. Isn't that adorable? So I need a little bit of foam tape just along the top of the owl, where he sits, because I'm going to have him sitting on the flag. It's early morning here as I'm doing this voiceover, like I'm on my first cup of coffee, because it's so hot that, you know, I have to have my window units on, and they're so noisy. So I get up super early while it's cool enough to have my air off for a few minutes. And I know that there are plenty of you that can commiserate with me with regard to the heat and the noise of your air conditioner, which you kind of just get used to. All right, I'm going to use my tweezers to help me hold on to this. And oh my gosh, I am in love with this card, okay? Typically, you know, I love all my cards, but this one is going to have to be one of my favorites. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glossy accents to his glasses and his little nose, just to make him stand out a little bit. And then I'll add a little bit of frost to his hat. And this is just a Nouveau shimmer pen, just to get his hat all nice and shiny from the moon. And there's my card. I hope you like it. Everything you need to know is in the description below. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on the way out. And thanks so much for stopping by. Here's a still photo of my owl and his moon. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.